Prince Harry is expected to win his bid to regain armed security while visiting the UK, according to reports. Sources told People magazine that there are positive signs from the government to reverse the decision to not grant Harry security, while insiders close to the Sussexes shared to the Daily Mail that the reinstatement appears to be imminent.
One of the first things my lawyer said to me was, as disclosure started, or as this process started, she turned around and said, "Did you know that the royal household sat on Ravek?" And my jaw hit the floor.
Okay, so you guys know I love a good royal family drama in this one. This one's got layers. We're talking secret meetings, power plays, and a whole lot of tension between Meghan. It all centers around this thing called the Highgrove Accord. And trust me, it's a bigger deal than it sounds. Basically, Harry wants his security back when he's in UK. Makes sense, right? He's still a prince, even if he's living the California life now. But getting that security back apparently came with a price, and that price might have just driven a wedge between him and Meghan. The story goes that Harry flew back to the UK, all hush-hush without even telling Meghan. Red flag number 1, right? He shows up at Highgrove, which is Charles's estate, and bam, Prince William lays down the law. I'm picturing a scene straight out of a movie, all tense and dramatic. William presents Harry with this document, the Highgrove Accord, and it's not a request, it's a demand. Now, what's in this accord? Apparently, it guarantees Harry security and a place to stay in the UK, basically gets him back in the good graces of the royal family, at least on paper. But here's the kicker. It also includes a permanent non-disclosure agreement, meaning Harry can never ever talk about the royal family again. No more tell-all interviews, no more memoirs, no more truth bombs, as Meghan would say. Think about that for a second. This is a guy who's built a brand on speaking his mind, on sharing his side of the story, and now he's being asked to shut up completely, and supposedly he signed it. That's where Meghan comes in. When she found out about this whole secret trip and the Highgrove Accord, she was reportedly furious. And honestly, can you blame her? Imagine finding out your husband made a major life decision, one that directly impacts your shared narrative without even consulting you. Apparently, the morning Harry was in the UK, Meghan was trying to reach him and he was completely off the grid. No texts, no calls, nothing. She even checked their private security app, the one that shows Harry's location in real time, and it was blank. He was in a dead zone, which, according to the report, only exists around highly sensitive locations like royal territory. Spooky, right? So Meghan's sitting there in Montecito, realizing her husband is back in the UK, meeting with William in secret, and she has no way to contact him. I'd be freaking out too. The report says she knew instantly that this wasn't just a casual visit. This was a calculated power move, orchestrated by William, who, let's be honest, has always been portrayed as the more pragmatic and ruthless of the two brothers. The thing is, Meghan and Harry seem to be on different wavelengths these days. The report suggests that Harry's entering a more reflective phase of his life. He's interested in long-term philanthropic work, building a legacy, and making a real impact. Meghan, on the other hand, is all about action, urgency, and keeping things moving. She wants to see results now. This difference in pace is apparently causing some friction between them. So Harry's back in Montecito thinking he saved the day, right? Like, okay, dodged a bullet, got my security back, all good. But Meghan's giving him the silent treatment. And you know what that means. Way bigger problems are brewing than any legal drama with the palace. I mean, put yourself in her shoes. She probably feels totally betrayed. He went behind her back, made this huge decision that affects both of them, and didn't even bother to loop her in. That's gotta sting, especially since they've always presented themselves as this united front, this team against the world. And the thing is, this NDA, this Highgrove Accord, it basically gags Harry. He can't talk about his experiences, his feelings, his side of the story. It's like the royal family is saying, okay, we'll give you what you want, but you have to shut up and pretend like everything's fine. That's not exactly a recipe for a healthy relationship, is it? The report even says that Meghan saw this as Harry choosing the old systems over their shared decisions. Ouch! It's like she's questioning his loyalty, wondering if he's still truly on her side. And that's a pretty big deal, considering everything they've been through together. It makes you wonder if this is the beginning of the end for them. I mean, they've faced so much scrutiny, so much pressure, and they've always seemed to come out stronger on the other side. But this feels different. This feels like a fundamental crack in their foundation. Because think about it, if Harry can make a decision like this without consulting Meghan, what else is he capable of? Is this going to be a pattern? Is he going going to start prioritizing the royal family's needs over their own relationship. That's a lot of doubt to introduce into a marriage. And the worst part is they're going to have to navigate all of this in the public eye. Every move they make, every interaction they have is going to be dissected and analyzed. It's like they're living in a reality show, and everyone's waiting to see if they're going to make it or break it. Honestly, I feel bad for both of them. Harry's probably feeling like he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, trying to protect his family while also staying true to himself. And Meghan's probably feeling like she's been blindsided, like the rug's been pulled out from under her. It's a messy situation, and I don't see it getting resolved anytime soon. But the big question is, was it worth it? Did Harry really gain anything by signing this agreement? Or did he just sacrifice his voice, his truth, and maybe even his marriage for a little bit of security? Only time will tell, I guess.
At this point, I'm feeling very let down. It's the minority of people, especially those that read the tabloids and the press themselves. The press themselves have incited so much hatred towards myself, my wife, and even our children.
Okay, so here's where things get even messier, right? Because it's not just about Harry and Meghan, and it's about the whole damn royal family and this weird power dynamic they've got going on. Like, let's be real, William knew exactly what he was doing when he presented Harry with that agreement. It wasn't just about protecting the monarchy, it was about reminding Harry who's boss. It's like saying, you can run off to California and do your own thing, but at the end of the day, you're still a Windsor, and you're gonna play by our rules. And the really twisted part? Harry probably thought he was doing the right thing. He's got his kids to think about, right? He wants them to have security, to have a future. But in trying to protect them, he might have just screwed things up with his wife. Talk about a lose-lose situation. I mean, imagine being Meghan. You've given up your career, your life, everything to be with this guy. You've faced racist attacks, constant media scrutiny, and all kinds of BS from the royal family. And now your husband's basically saying, yeah, I know we're supposed to be in this together, but I made this decision without you, and you just have to deal with it. That's gotta be a slap in the face. And it's not just about the decision itself, it's about the lack of communication, the lack of trust. It's like Harry saying, I don't trust you to understand, I don't trust you to agree with me, so I'm just gonna do what I think is best. That's not exactly a recipe for a loving, supportive relationship, is it? Plus, let's not forget that Meghan's always been this independent, outspoken woman. She's used to having a voice, to speaking her mind. And now, she's married to a guy who's basically been silent. That's gotta be frustrating as hell. You know, I've always thought that Harry and Meghan were this modern, progressive couple who were gonna shake things up, challenge the old traditions. But this whole Highgrove Accord thing, it just shows how deeply entrenched those traditions are, how hard it is to break free from the royal family's grip. And it makes you wonder, what's next for them? Can they really move past this? Can they rebuild that trust? Or is this the beginning of the end? I honestly don't know. But I do know that it's going to take a lot of work, a lot of communication, and a whole lot of forgiveness if they want to make it through this. And honestly, the palace probably doesn't even care if their marriage survives. To them, it's all about protecting the institution, preserving the monarch. Harry and Meghan are just pawns in their game. And that's the saddest part of all.